Roger, update Delta.
Color here is bloody awful. Delta Lead, do not engage those dispensers directly.
You fucking tell me what to do.
One stick to cover.
Delta 3-8, take up defensive positions at the rear.
Yeah, take a defensive position. Yeah, I'll show you how you do it around here. Republic Commando, one of the few games that's actually better on console than on PC. Why, you ask? Why, indeed. But I'll get to that later. Let's talk about the game. You play as a fetus. Wait, what the fuck? You play as Jango Fett. Oh, gosh. You play as Jango Fett, and you lead a squadron of deadly aimbots consisting of John Rambo, Dave Coulier, and Good Cop. You and your team travel across all 3 places in the galaxy, executing a wide variety of somewhat similar objectives, all of which require you to work together as a team, except sometimes to complete said somewhat similar objectives. I.e. blow up this thing, shoot that dude in the face, stab a reptilian for fun. You get the point. Your commandos allegedly have different specialties, but that is of course a lie. Apparently it ended up being too difficult to implement, but it would have been nice. Despite their sameness, your commandos are still very useful. Some of the best AI I've ever seen in a game.
Come on, current game developers, get it together.
You can have them man turrets, pick on that guy in particular, and even insult your intelligence.
Are you trying to baffle the enemy into submission, sir?
The difficulty strikes a good balance, and the introduction of different mechanics is very well paced. There is no tutorial, but a combination of hints and gradual mechanic introduction creates a satisfying and understandable learning curve, even for people like myself with an IQ of 55. Now, the game is pretty difficult, and if it's your first time playing through it, you will be going down a few times. Luckily, this is one of the first games to allow you to go down, but not out, giving your squad the opportunity to revive you. However, this also means some of the later levels can degenerate into extended games of defibrillator leapfrog. You alright? You don't look so good. As I mentioned earlier, you travel through 3 different locations in the game. The first being Iraq, in which you must break through the native defenses, find hidden weapons factories, and ultimately eliminate their established political leader. The second being an abandoned assault ship, which has in fact not been abandoned, simply had its indigenous population replaced. And finally Kashyyyk, in which you must prevent the indigenous population from being replaced. All in all, there's a good variety in the different places and atmospheres you get to explore, and once you've completed the campaign, you get this excellent campaign map allowing you to return to any mission you like, adding a lot of replay value and, the ability to just pick the fun ones, basically. Now let's talk about the controls. For the most part, it's your standard double stick, right trigger shoots, FPS bullcrap. But the Y button is what makes it interesting. The Y button is used to control the squad. That means if I want to assign someone to that position, I point at it and push Y. If I want to take them off of it, I point at it and push Y. If I want to move those guys over there, I hold down Y and push up on the D-pad. If I want them to follow me, I hold down Y and push right on the D-pad. You get the hang of everything very quickly, and it's very easy to execute. It's very satisfying to control your squad, and that's something that I couldn't find on the PC version. It was too difficult to go from the different commands and make sure I wasn't hitting the wrong button, F1, F2, FU PC. And finally, the coolest, the most impressive, most polished, most spectacular, mind-blowing aspect of the game. You can see your helmet. You can see your fucking helmet. Republic Commando. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Everybody loves it. It truly does earn its place among the great Star Wars shooters of the past. Which is how we know it will never get a sequel.